Sunny day, but it's minus 10 degrees Celsius. I woke up this morning with a horrible leg cramp on my right calf. So horrible. It was a struggle to stand up and stretch my right leg. It's one of the symptoms of menopause, having leg cramps. And I had a leg cramp like 4:30 a.m. and I couldn't go back to sleep. So I listened to Jay Shetty's podcast with Dr. Amen, and they talk about childhood trauma, and I just thought about the physical abuse I suffered when I was young. My mom was pretty violent. I remember being hit by a belt. My mom would hit us with a belt, leather belt, and you know what's worse than being hit by a belt? My mom will ask us to remove our pants. So she would hit us with a belt, wearing only panties. I don't remember why I was punished. Usually my younger sister and I, we fight a lot. So when we fight, my mom will punish us. And I feel sorry for my youngest sister. My youngest sister is always collateral damage. I will fight with my sister Leng Leng, but Mama will also hit Lot Lot, even though Lot Lot didn't do anything. So I always feel guilty about that. I also remember Mama punishing us in front of the altar. Mama is very religious. She has different statues of Mary and different saints and big crucifix on the altar. And my mom will let us kneel on rock salts. She will scatter rock salts on the floor, and she will ask us to kneel on the salt. And it's so painful. The rock salts are so sharp, and it really penetrates into your skin. But it's so strange, like no matter how painful the rock salt are on our knees, there were never wounds. The skin doesn't open up, luckily. I also remember Mama will ask us to open our palms like this, and then Mama will drop melted candle wax on the palms of our hands, and it's so painful. Our palms will get so red. Luckily there are no burns. It's amazing how Mama knows how to punish us without giving us injuries, fatal injuries. But the pain would be so unbearable. And I often wonder, why would Mama punish us inside the altar, inside the prayer room? We used to have a prayer room, and she will let us kneel down in front of the altar to confess our sins, say sorry to my sister, and promise God I will never do it again. Those excruciating physical abuse still haunt me up to now. And I've had a few hours of therapy last year, but they say it takes years to heal from someone's childhood trauma. Gee, what is it? Hello, bird.
We can spray the
What?
we can spray the oil rice.
Yes,
There are many places.
yes. That's why I wanted to bring the rice. We have some old rice I want to give to the birds. Yeah. So at
We
times,
don't have to spray. We just dump it.
yeah, I feel so lucky that we don't have children, biological children. We have kimchi kimbap, but I never abuse, I never punish kimchi kimbap. I don't know if I have my own biological children. I don't know if, no, I have no idea if I also become violent like my mom. I don't know. I never hated my mom for punishing us. I know she was always tired. She was a working mom. She worked a lot. She had overtime. She worked overtime, and she got a lot of stress from my father. My father was a womanizer. My father had so many women, girlfriends, and I'm so sure he fucked a lot of prostitutes. So I understand the stress my mother went through, and she's very tired from work, and then she comes home. When she came home from work very tired, my sisters and I are fighting, and she had to vent out her stress, her anger, and that's how we get beaten up. And also, I know my mother also had a terrible childhood, way worse. I remember my mother telling me that her mother beat her up with firewood. You know, the firewood, the splinters of the firewood. There will be splinters of firewood all over her body. And she had a neighbor, very kind neighbor, who asked her to come to her house, and the neighbor will pluck each splinter from my mama's skin, and it was so painful. Aside from the pain of the bruises of the firewood, there are splinters all over her body. I also remember Mama saying her mother broke 11 ceramic plates on her head. Her mother was carrying a dozen of ceramic plates and slammed them on top of Mama's head. All 11 plates broke except the top plate. So I wonder how my mother didn't fracture her skull. How could a mother do that to her daughter? My mother must have brain damage after that. And that's why she was also violent with us. It's never that extreme, but for me, it was extreme. I get bruises all over my thighs, my butt, my knees. The dents of the rock salt will be in the skin of my knees for hours. It's really sad. So I also asked my husband what kind of childhood trauma he went through. He told me some of them. Do you want to share it again, Bunch? Huh? Does it help to tell the story again and again? think that's how therapy works. You
At
have
least
to,
better than keep it to yourself.
yeah,
By revealing, by letting go of it from your heart
yeah.
will help.
It helps to tell the story again and again until they no longer hurt, right?
Make it dull, not sharp.
Yeah,
It has kept in a very sharp memory,
yeah.
painful memory.
Very vivid memory. And you can still recall the pain, right? So you were beaten up by your uncle, right?
Yes.
Your mom's brother.
Mm.
Kimchi, why? Why Barky? Oh, so
He's
cold.
the youngest of siblings. My
Mhm.
mother.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
My uncle and my grandma live with us for quite long.
5 years? Ooh, cold.
Around 10 years.
Wow. So my uncle beat you up for 10
No,
years.
not 10 years, I think. Maybe 5.
Let's
3 or
keep
5
looking.
years.
So what are the reasons of you being beaten up? Does he beat you for no reason? What about when he's drunk? Does he beat you up?
For my elder brother,
Mm-hmm.
he was fighting with a sister.
Uh-huh.
So, but we are kind of
You and Hoyin are also were also
Yeah.
collateral damage, right?
yes.
You didn't do anything, but you get punished
No,
as well.
we didn't do anything. I didn't have. I didn't. I wasn't aside of my brother when he fights with a sister.
Yeah.
I think I didn't do anything. Maybe I couldn't remember exactly what happened then. Did I involved with the fighting or no? I couldn't remember, but at least as long as I remember, I didn't do anything. I don't even have a memory of my brother and my sister fight.
So what's your uncle's?
What I remember, Owen and I just summoned to uncle's room, and there were my brother already, elder brother, waiting for punished. And I remember that my uncle said, the full responsibility of this fighting from the elder brother, you two are also
It's also your fault.
kind of responsible for this fighting because maybe we didn't
Didn't
we
referee.
support into
You didn't stop them from
we didn't
fighting.
stop the fighting or I don't know.
Come on, let's walk.
Maybe my uncle was very stressful. Maybe
So how
kinda
does he-
full of stress and he
does-
just want to find out some exit to get his stress out.
Yeah, they vent out. The adults, they vent out their anger to children. So did your uncle use belt or stick?
Usually sticks and they are physical violence.
So he hit you with his bare hands.
Whatever he can grab.
Come on.
Broom,
Come on, Mimi.
usually just broomsticks and
Broomstick.
toast blower.
Huh?
Any kind of sticks,
Yeah, my mother also used a broomstick. That's really. Sometimes the broomstick break.
Yeah, it's so physically unbearable.
Did he punch you?
Pinching is like a woman's thing.
Punch.
He just spank.
With the palm of his hand, he just spanked. It also hurts. When you spank someone, it also hurts your hands.
It was not just an cute. I mean, it's a full blow.
Full blown spank.
Yeah.
But you never lost any teeth from the spanking.
And one of a painful
Keep
punishment
walking.
was he didn't hit us physically, but like how to call that? Like doing yoga,
Yoga?
but you gotta stand. You gotta stay.
You're not
very
gonna
long.
move.
If you just give up, if you bend down, if you fall down, you will be just punished.
He will hit you more.
Now, for example, standing with the two hands and the 2 feet on the wall,
Oh my god, you're upside down.
like upside down. But you gotta just support your whole body with the 2 hands.
Oh my god.
And then,
That's a yoga
just
pose.
1 minute is okay. But
Yeah.
sometimes 10 minutes, 15 minutes, really, your hands trembling. You cannot just.
All
sit
your
anymore.
blood will go to your head. But anyway, that's
Just
good for
sweating, just sweat falls down and
that's good for circulation,
maybe
but too extreme.
too extreme.
So if you fall down, you get hit on the butt again.
Like he started at 5 minutes. If he fell down, he just increased.
Increase the level of torture.
Not level of torture, just add more minutes. Like starting 5 minutes. If you fall down, maybe 10 minutes. Like that.
So how will it end? He will get tired? Okay, punishment finish.
Maybe his brain commencing stuff.
Did the neighbors ever try to help you? But the neighbors can hear your cry.
No, I don't think so.
You had no neighbors?
Maybe
The neighbors are so
neighbors,
far away.
Ignore it. There's,
Yeah.
there's no
That's
such
domestic
thing, like a child
domestic violence.
reporting the neighbors.
Kimchi, where?
Domestic violence.
Kimchi,
That's
let's
not
go
such
find
a
the
thing.
Biming. Come on, keep walking.
That's the seconds.
So traumatic.
Neighbor doesn't.
Charmy and I had traumatic childhood. Children are so lucky if the parents never hit them, if the uncles or aunts never hit them. I remember my aunts pinching me a lot. They pinch my ears, they pinch my arm. I get bruises. Some of my aunts, they have very sharp nails. They will pinch me and the skin will peel off. The skin will peel off my skin when they pinch me
That hard?
because they have long nails. I remember that.
You told me that also your neighbor.
No, our maids never hit us. Never. I don't have memories of our maids hitting us. Sometimes we have maids, sometimes we don't. But yeah. When we don't have maids, Mama will ask her sisters to babysit us and they torture us. Very sad childhood trauma. So poor, helpless children.